I swear to God, bikers are the friendliest, nicest people. Literally, I pulled in on the side of the road there just to turn on Susie's sat-nav, because Susie is an old Banjaxed old Samsung S4 and the battery is juiced in it, so I have to, she won't turn on unless she's plugged in and the key is turned on. So I had to pull in and turn it on, plug it in, turn it on, and put in the coordinates for Annestown. And while I was stopped there, a fella in a BMW RT1150 just pulled in randomly to see if I was broken down, make sure I wasn't in trouble. Like, that's the kind of people you have in the biking community. Like, see a fella stopped and he's probably alright, there's probably nothing major, no major issues, but there's no harm in pulling in, checking, and you probably end up having a chat for 10 or 15 minutes. Shared common interest, said it before. So anyway, this is a kind of an off-the-cuff one now. I'm heading to Annestown Kiln, which is an Iron Butt Association photo point. I'm really only doing it because I checked the sat-nav, it's only 35 minutes away from where I am at the Master McGrath, and having been talking to Merv there, I just kind of said, look, I'm down here now, I might as well go and do it, just in case something else goes wrong with my poor motorbike and she's out of commission. And Annestown Kiln it's a limestone kiln, and I don't really, like I say, I haven't prepped much on this. I did a little bit of research ages ago when I was planning on all of these. I'm only trying to remember what I read on the Google machine, but yeah, it's a limestone kiln, and as far as I know, it kind of operates the same kind of ideas as a smelting furnace. The difference being, you take limestone and you pack it into the funnel of the kiln, and you kind of pack layers of coal or turf or whatever the fuel you're burning. You pack layers of fuel mixed with layers of limestone, mixed with layers of fuel, mixed with layers of limestone, and then you set fire to it. And you need to get the temperature up to around 1,000 degrees, and it calcinates the limestone and breaks it down into lime, which is the powdery dust. And this has been going on for thousands of years, particularly in Ireland and England, because lime is an integral part of the Irish rural life, because limestone would have been used for a multitude of purposes. It would have been used, spread on the land to try to reduce the acidity in the soil as a way of boosting crop production. And it was also used when you're planting, I know when you plant potatoes, one of the steps you do is you roll them in your garden, like, not obviously when you're firing them into a big planting machine, but you roll them in lime, and it keeps slugs and worms from, it discourages them from eating them basically. And another use that was found for it was whitewashing. So cottages in Ireland would have been whitewashed rather than painted, and they gave it a kind of a bright, cheerful look in the dark winter months. And it was also used to you'd lime wash the insides of animal houses, cattle sheds and things like that, because it made it easier to clean them if you whitewash the walls on the inside, but it also acted as a sort of disinfectant and prevented parasites and things like that from having negative impact on your livestock. So that was the reason for it. It was also used to make mortar and plaster in construction, and there are literally millions of lime kilns scattered all over the countryside in Ireland. Because the thing with the lime kiln is they had to be located in a particular area. I mean, you're talking about carrying limestone to the kiln, so you don't want it to be too far away from a limestone quarry, for example. This must be the greenway. Yeah. Oh yeah, cool. That's something I must do someday as well, is actually cycle the Waterford Greenway. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, so the kiln had to be located near to a source of limestone, like a quarry or something. But similar to that, like, you didn't want it to be you didn't necessarily want it to be too far away from where the construction was. So in terms of castles or churches that were being built years ago, a lime kiln would have been set up near enough to the site of construction so that the quarrying would take place close to the kiln, and it wouldn't have to be transported. The lime itself wouldn't have to be transported too far to where it was required. And that's all I know about lime kilns. Apparently, actually no, one more thing. When the fellas were working on the lime kiln, actually burning the limestone to make lime, it was a kind of an arduous thing. It'd take about 3 days to do it, and someone had to tend the fire and tend to the kiln for 3 or 4 days, so they would be sleeping near it. And it was always a temptation. It was usually done in winter months when there wasn't anything else like harvesting or anything that needed to be doing, and it was always a temptation to try to get in close to the fire for the heat. But apparently it was very dangerous because burning limestone produces noxious, toxic gases, and there's reports of several people sleeping too close to the fire and dying as a result. And that is all I know about lime kilns. So there isn't much more I can say about it, really. Like I say, I haven't really done my research on this one. This is a lovely road. Look at that for a lovely bendy. Look at that. That's savage. Now, torn between watching the road and watching the scenery. Here's another ventilation chimney stack here, I'd say. This one is part of the copper mining. Yes, this area is known as the copper coast because a lot of copper was mined in this area. Look at that. There it is. And that's it. So you can see this is where the lime would have been taken out. See that little hole there? That's a kind of a draw hole. It would have been stacked in behind. I wonder, could I walk up and have a look? Or would somebody be giving out to me? No, I'll throw up. Yeah, you see, originally what they would have done is this pit here obviously been filled in, but they would have brought the lime up here and the fuel, packed it in down into the vent there, lit the fire from below, and the fuel obviously burns off, and then you're left with lime falling out of it. That's a lovely spot. And I don't know, does it seem as windy here? I might try the drone. that was Annestown, and I have to say, well worth the trip down to see that. Such a stunning area here, so beautiful, like. Lovely beaches, lovely day, just a lovely day to be in Annestown. Got to fly the drone as well, so hopefully when I'll have a look at that footage it'll be decent enough and I'll be able to splice it in, so hopefully that'll work out. And now it is 4:30. I suppose I better start hitting for home. But I am going to go a slightly circuitous route home, and I'm going to try to get the blacksmith's forge in Kiln, which is a photo rally point.